That horse has like a face.
Iggy?
That not quite
It's
Iggy,
not an
but
Iggy face.
he's mugging. That horse is mugging.
Yeah. Does the horse know about the camera sculptor?
I don't know. He's not looking at the camera, so it's not that bad.
Right, right. And the guy is much more caring about
He's,
his.
he's, he's looking at his tiny lance,
Mhm.
even though it's broken, but they're supposed to break.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's why it's hollow. Anyways,
Anyways, as you may know, the Grand Tournament expansion has launched and is now available. And as you may not know, the Grand Tournament expansion has launched and is now available.
you can play the cards from the game.
Yep. See, look,
So
from the game Hearthstone, he's even got the little emblem. It's
he does. Wait, does this mean that has this expansion replaced Goblins versus Gnomes for like Arena?
I think they set up the pack so it's random now.
I would be okay with that.
That is the what I was told was that the pack is random.
Although I already have all the Goblins versus Gnomes and Normals cards, I would
Right.
rather like to open new ones, but
Right, at this point I don't want the older pack. I own 0 cards from the newest expansion because I did not spend 30 American dollars on it or whatever.
30 American dollar.
Well, I don't know what the I'm gonna hit this I'm gonna click on that now.
Actually, I think it's $40 for.
Oh, 40 American dollars.
We have destroy or play minions. Okay.
I was doing those quests in Tavern Brawl and then I just got incredibly bored.
Oh man, that does sound boring.
Like Tavern Brawl's good for this one if you're the hunter.
Yeah.
And so
Actually, wait, you could do your quest with Tavern Brawl right now and never fail. Except that it doesn't exist anymore.
yeah, back in one day. But yeah, the packs exist in here. See, look, I got the little.
Oh, this expression.
It's a cool new expansion. Yeah, like whatever. This is the. Nobody cares. At least I don't care.
I don't
I'm
care.
sure. I'm sure many people did care.
We should go win.
That
That is
sounds.
excellent advice.
Why don't you just win?
Yeah, just draw your good cards and not your bad ones.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that. So let's just jump right in then.
Waiting for that's quite the authorization.
Okay.
There we go.
They had to scan my gold, make sure it's legit.
And just immediately leave. Well, that was a stream, everybody.
All right, thanks
See you
everybody
later.
for joining on the arena. I hope y'all enjoyed.
Okay. So, what are you feeling here?
I was hoping to see Major Hunter, but that didn't.
I was
happen.
hoping to see Mage and not Hunter, but
All in all, I think that was pretty good.
I hate Warlock. I've come to realize,
Really,
but I think a lot of the new Warlock cards are okay.
I'm thinking about Druid.
Druid is my arena favorite here,
Mhm.
although Warrior either really works or really doesn't work.
Right, if you're the warrior without weapons, you feel like a fool.
Like an idiot. Well, Warlock and Priest have this problem where I can never make an exciting Warlock or Priest deck in an arena. They all
Alright.
come feeling like bleh. Anyways,
And then the other question before we jump in, if this is all about the new cards, do we have to pick the new cards?
let's pick the non-bad new cards.
Let's go with that. Like, if I was
If
if I was a shaman and there was a fire elemental versus whatever, the fire elemental would still get picked. I guess that's
Yes,
my
so we're-
criteria.
So we're probably picking Druid of the Claw, if we see it.
So let's Druid.
Although the Druid of the Thing, the new Druid of the Thing is good.
Why aren't we?
There we go. Ah, there's a new card here.
And it looks better than the other two.
You are smack talking Jeeves, and I agree. So if we can play like a beast, he's on cost. If we can play two beasts, he's better.
Now, my question here with this, and I assume because Hearthstone designers aren't bad in the sense of like mechanics functioning internally, like if I play Druid of the Claw, that counts as summoning a beast.
I am totally saying it doesn't. Because when you play Druid of the Claw, if you control I don't actually know if you control.
Because I think
We could test this.
yeah.
We could test it by using mind control tech to steal a a buzzard and then playing it. But whatever. Let's play a 6/6.
I've attempted to, and it's not allowing me. Oh, there we go.
The game. There's probably a lot of people playing.
Yeah, I think we're in the slow zone.
I'm also not reading the chat because people are telling us answers to the questions we're asking, and that's the opposite of what I want.
Beast of Sergeant, Stormpike Commando, Priestess of Elune, I think in that order.
They're all okay cards. Sarge is probably the most playable, but he himself kind of sucks. They're all okay.
I've always felt like decent with the Sarge. Like this is the cheapest a trick can get to like trading up.
Yeah.
So let's click on it and then wait. All right. I wonder if they just flat replaced Booty Bay Bodyguard in the like, tables.
Definitely not.
I wish. Okay, fine. Like
I refuse that reality. So, do you want to play the Heckler, or do you want to?
I mean,
a 2-drop, 6-drop.
I mean, okay. So the Heckler is just gonna be like that's a Lost Tall Strider with taunt, which is somehow like we actually want the Lost Tall Strider.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
But I feel like that's hyper efficient because Lost Tall Strider with ability is probably good. Yeah, like also it's very 3-drops generally don't have 4 power.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
and if you're going to trade with a hero power, you're probably dealing a couple damage to your opponent.
Right, like if I'm trading with a Druid hero power, that's huge. Or it also could trade up decently effectively. I'm gonna. Also, it's the new card.
It's the new card, so we'll try it.
Speaking of the new cards, we got Mukla's Champion.
Mukla's Champion. We have Tournament Medic, and then a boring card.
Right. Wow, 1/8.
Yeah, that is a 1/8. That is a priest card. Did you know?
Yeah, no crap. Also, like, if you're a paladin and you see that card on the other side of the table, do you just hate everything?
Yeah, you do.
Like, your hero power is dead for the next 8 turns. Deal with it.
This is weird, because that is a 4-1 of 1/8.
I don't know how to evaluate a 1/8.
And the other one is a 5-1 of 4/3 that you really want to play on turn 7.
Right, like if you
so
play...
really, that is like so much worse than a Stormwind Champion. Wow.
Well, it's a Stormwind Champion that, like, can continuously, like, buff, is the difference between it and Stormwind.
He probably dies as soon as you play him, but maybe you'll get an action off.
Likely dies. Likely dead. I don't... God, evaluating new cards. I'm just sitting... 1/8. How do I evaluate a 1/8 as a body? A 1/7 and, like, just assume it's a Baron Death dude?
Baron Death Rattle is his name.
Yeah, Baron...
Rivendare.
Rivendare.
It also gains you... It makes your hero power almost free in terms of hitting monsters.
I guess in our class that matters more?
Maybe. I guess it also, like, works well with, like, taunt spells or creatures. Like, I mean, giving him taunt somehow.
Right. Yeah, that with the Warlock power would be pretty freaking good. Just make it free.
So I don't know, maybe...
I'm fence-sitting on this one. I don't think that's enough to make me want Mookless Champion.
Oh, it's a beast. I
Right.
guess it's also a 5-drop when you have a quest to play those.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Well, then pick the medic then. You could also just pick Stormwind Knight as
No,
a
no, no, no.
playable.
That's not like a choice here, right? There's like new cards to be had. Let's. I'm gonna give the Mookless Champion a go. Well, I didn't pick the dragon earlier.
Are you more likely to get a mech or a dragon, do you think?
I think you're technically more likely to get a mech.
Like
Though the new set stuff has no new mechs and some new dragons. So I don't know.
Yeah, they realized that their mech synergy was kind of good.
Yeah, so they didn't actually print more of it, whereas the dragon holding stuff, they continued to print more of it. I think again, Tinkertown I'm more likely. Also, like, this base functions slightly better to me.
The 2/4 works better with Sarge, but the 3/3 is just like a 3/3.
Right.
The new set has one new mech. You are wrong.
Oh, well, thank you. All right,
You are a shittiot, sir, with your false assertions.
I'll keep making them. I will continue making false assertions all day.
I guess there's the 1/8 we were talking about in the form of Oasis Snapjaw.
Fair. I'm picking Direwolf Alpha here because I don't have any 2s.
It's also a beast.
True. Ancient Brew's fine too. I have to wait. We have to slowly walk over to the Direwolf Alpha, pick it up, slowly walk back to the table. There we go.
There we go. Hey, I think this is still easy, but swipe.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware that Swipe is in the pack. I'm just thinking of the implications of Wild Walker.
With our 2 beasts, I suppose.
In 6 cards? Like...
I suppose. There's also a beast here, which is a good beast, actually, but...
Right.
Swipe!
Yeah.
Swipe is like Fire Elemental, though.
I know. I can't not pick the Swipe.
This is a card we need to function. As sad as it is.
How many evil hecklers do I want?
There's Evil Heckler, there's like a passable 2-drop, and then there's like one of the better 6-drops.
I mean, Ogre's still an Ogre.
Ogre, at the end of the day, is still an Ogre.
It's not Fire Elemental, so I'm not gonna pick it over the new card.
Yeah, the new card. Oh, here's a new card for you.
How much do I care about football today?
How much do we care about football? Would you make our cheaper creatures technically cost 5 mana for our quest?
That'd be cool. I don't know how that quest works.
Me either. I guess Spiteful Smith also is just a 5-drop that works for the... You picked tournament, okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's a very cheap Core Hound.
Yeah. Well, slightly cheaper Core Hound. Still 8 power.
Yeah, 8 power.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
Mechs. Who needs mech synergy?
Oops. Arcade Nullifier is like a weird card. It's a good bad card. There's a beast. The Jormungandr.
Honestly, that might be the pick here because the other two just, like...
kind of suck.
Yeah, aren't good.
The Jormungandr.
If you have a beast, transform this into a 7/7. What am I at for beast right now? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
But
you can also pick a beast or pick a
Source
good
of
2.
Silence. Yeah. Source of Silence, you say? Source of Silence. I'm gonna go with Source of Silence.
Yeah, silence.
Huh. In-faction floating watcher.
Yeah, that guy, the Cavall Dealer Raider, is a card I think is going to be very popular.
I'm gonna go with the in-faction over Claw. I'm fine with that. Claw's alright. Like,
Hey,
yeah,
we have no
okay.
2-drops, so let's pick a Wrath.
We're at pick 15 here, and oh hey, football found a way into my deck. Sweet.
Hey, we can play football.
You pay 3 more mana for 5 more toughness.
That's what we call a steal of a deal. Huh.
Huh. As far as 3s go, I actually feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah, if she lives, your next turn is a little better.
Right. I'd like to lower my curve is the reason I'm more looking at her rather than the Cavaldier Raider. I already have, like, this going on.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
well,
or a beast. Which of the 3 tribals are you willing to go for?
I've been owned. I should have picked the Dragon Tribal.
Well, there's a mech right there.
Is that... I guess, is Mechanical Yeti, like... versus Hungry Dragon, how bad of a question is that?
Hungry Dragon sometimes bites you in the ass because it's a random card. Like, sometimes that is Flame Imp.
I'm completely cool with it.
Ah, there's a really good 2-drop.
Damn! And a swipe.
That's also a beast. Maybe.
I think it is. The transformation druids so far have been. Like, so either you get a Murloc...
you get a Bluegill Warrior, or you get a flipped...
yeah, flipped Giblin.
Giblin Stalker.
How much do I need 2s? This is pick 18.
You just said you wanted to lower your curve, but that is Swipe, which is like...
I know.
perhaps the best card in Druid.
It's Swipe. Yeah, like Saber-tooth Tiger, Saber... yeah.
Saber Lizard. I'm feeling the new card, but Swipe is really good. I think you can't go wrong here.
Right, I'm sitting here trying to talk myself out of Swipe. Screw it.
I'm gonna pick Swipe then.
I'll take
There's a mech.
I'll take a 2. Yo!
Here are 3 good cards.
Crap. Alright.
So Source of Silence, we have 2 different good removal, and then we have Bomb Lobber.
Well, even the Keeper can act as removal as well.
Yeah.
Like, all 3 of these act as removal in one way or the other. I am leaning towards Starfall as, like, the sweeper ability is something that people don't respect as much out of Druid.
No, we just passed up a Swipe, so maybe we can make use of a Starfall.
Yeah. God, they're all good cards, though. Like, Keeper of the Grove is something I would take, like, endless amounts of.
Yeah. The trick with Keeper of the Grove is he's kind of a crappy creature, but he has a really good effect.
I think he's, like... yeah, 2/4. Yeah, 2/4 is like -1/-1 on the stat line I want there. But... I'm gonna go with the Starfall.
Everybody's calling us wrong. Hooray! Hey, there's an awful minion! I still think Ice Rager is bad. Let's pick Wrath.
Yeah, I'm picking Wrath here.
I value Mind Control Tech extremely highly, but we have 2 different 1/8s.
I'm okay with that. Hell, we have the captured York.
We do have the Jormungandr as well. So anything that isn't Light Warden, I think is okay. Although we actually can make Light Warden work due to our 1/8s.
I'm gonna believe in mind control tech.
I have stolen so many games with that card.
Well,
there's a dragon and there's Salty Dog. We are liable to win with the Joust off Gadget and Jouster. A card that does not make much sense at all.
yeah.
Well, I guess stop thinking of him like an aggressive creature and think of him like a control piece.
Yeah, but he's like control cards have to be consistent to function.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they don't have to be, but then they become bad control cards.
Right. I think the Drake does most for us.
Yeah, the Drake and Salty Dog are essentially the same card.
Oh, thank God.
Hey!
Give me more swipes.
The Ghoul?
I guess that's technically the least offensive
Or do you want like
card here.
a one of Naturalize? I'm okay with Flying Machine. I think he's slightly better than Thrallmar, Windseer, or whatever. Farseer.
I'm gonna go with the Ghoul.
Ghoul can run away with games.
This has got to be a Bloodsail Raider for curve.
Yeah, Bloodsail Raider.
Hey, Magma Rager, how's it freaking
Hey,
going?
I guess that answers our question.
Yeah. Hey, asshole. Wow. Public Enemies 1 and 2 here. Ooh.
How good is Argent Horse Rider?
Honestly, I think Argent Horse Rider is fine. Like, if it... Say you're on the play, they go there too, you just bump into it with the Horse Rider.
Yeah, and that might kill it. There's been a substantial amount of toughness creep happening. Have you noticed that?
I think what they've done is it's not as... I don't know if it's a toughness creep alone, but it feels like rather than the Bloodfen Raptor, they want the
River Crocolisk.
the Crocolisk to be the real one, you know? Yeah, sorry, Harvest Golem's that good.
Hey, we have mech synergy. We have mech synergy. We have
Oh, I guess I was...
Starfall. We were wrong.
No, now we have the second sweeper. Nobody will expect the second
We actually
sweeper.
have like 4 sweepers.
I know, we have two swipes, 2 Starfalls. No
So
trees.
The token bad cards in our deck are 4 mana 1/8s that gain us 2 life whenever we use our hero power.
We only have one of those.
No, I thought we got 2 of those.
Nah, I picked the Beast, that which is one of our other bad cards. The Team Pump Beast.
Oh right. I still thought we ended up with 2 of the 1/8s.
Nah, just one. Double.
Just because Blizzard doesn't need your money doesn't mean they don't want it.
This is a full mulligan to me.
Yeah, his deck can provide a good opening hand, I'm sure. That's not bad at all.
I really like having the Druid of the Saber, especially with this as the follow-up. I like the curve here.
Curve's pretty good.
Alright, so we just go stealth.
Let's go stealth. Stealth mode, engage. Lion and Panther. Okay.
Here's this asshole.
Hey, asshole! I can't I hold all this light?
What the hell?
3-4? No.
Oh.
Um,
Could play Flesh-Eating Ghoul and trade.
yeah. Or just play Flesh-Eating Ghoul, but I don't like that as much.
I think that one gets us killed a little more.
Yeah, sure. Let's play and trade and, like, have swipe next turn.
Right, if our opponent makes... Well, our opponent used the coin, so they're on a 3. They would have to, what, like, Velen's Chosen up on this, or something like that?
Well, there's any number of things.
I know, even, like, Holy Freaking Smite or something. Hell, that might do it. Please. Oh, good lord. Nope! Uh-huh.
So... what do we do here?
Well, I can make Volcanic Drake in some way.
Just trade and play the Drake?
Right, trade and play the Drake.
With whom does one trade?
That's
the Wiggler?
Probably the Wiggler, because we can more readily, like, the Wiggler will still get use if I... Like, say I trade here and then play the Drake, he could play a minion, it would hit the Drake, and then he trades Wiggler way up.
Yeah. Whereas the Northstar Cleric has no way in play after we make the trade to heal. Like, to get the card.
So let's make this trade. Sadly, because, like, we don't have... I mean, this is a pretty hella good 4.
Yeah. Lost Tall Strider +1.
Yeah. Okay.
Thought steal.
Thoughts are being stolen.
And pass, okay.
Okay. I could play Mookla's Champion.
I just play it. It's immune to most of his removal.
Now killing that.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, 6 damage is what I'm giving up. Okay, so this is actually good because, like, play Heckler and then Hero Power.
Yeah.
Also, Monkey.
Yeah, he's riding a hippo.
Mm-hmm.
Even though orangutans and hippos don't even live in the same place.
Alright. That happened.
So, Evil Heckler and Hero Power, I think, is still the play.
Yeah, it's just slightly worse. I'm completely fine with that outcome.
Power Bomb? Power Bomb? No.
No, there's the other. There's the other.
Well,
they won't swipe.
Yeah, that's 1-for-1 with swipe. Reporting for duty. Wait, is that zoom into that Silverhand recruit?
Zoop.
Okay. I thought it was a neutral version because the border isn't gold.
It reported for duty.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could swipe, or you could just like throw a creature into it
and replace it with like another evil. Like I could just like run this into it, Evil Heckler.
And then attack. Hold our swipe.
Yeah. I have no respect for your first sweeper.
Well, like Evil Heckler and Volcanic Drake at this point have both eaten a card.
Right. Also, I think Drake has gotten in for what, 12? This way I get to hold swipe as a ace.
Yeah, we get to hold like extra removal.
Obvious. That one was pretty.
See, now we get to restore 2 health.
Sweet. Now I've got your hero power.
He threw like goo at you.
Yeah. Is that what's going on? Like the leaking? Yo, my opponent's got a lot of cards in hand. Are they gonna do any? Okay.
Gross. We were wrong all along. Well, I guess we can kill Lady of the Lake by throwing things at it.
Is that worth it?
I don't know.
I don't think it matters that much.
Moreover, I don't quite like the position we're in. We're drawing our bad cards, not our good ones.
Well, it's not even that. Like our opponent's up like 5-4, which is going to be 6-4.
Yeah, but we have sweepers. Maybe he'll commit to the board.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to burn Starfall yet. Like, I want to be able to use that.
Behold the might of Stormwind.
Okay. That's a card I need dead.
Lady of the Lake is what I wish our 1/8 was.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. How do I want to go about killing that? Cycle the Wrath?
I know that's what you want to do, so that's what we should do.
Like, because my ulterior option, it would be, like, play Wrath, and then Abusive Sergeant in to kill this. But, like, with our opponent up so much, I feel like we need to be able to at least make up the cards. Especially if I'm going to burn one of my sweepers doing this. Damn,
Oh, that's still like 1 for 1, I guess.
I mean, I still get to be at 30.
31. About to be 29, maybe.
Likely. Like, we're not going to be doing this trade, right? Like, unless he's got a Northshire Cleric that he just drew.
Now he's mind controlling our only minion. Oh.
That would be pretty freaking sad.
Gross.
That's terrifying.
Let's draw mind control tech.
Please? Wrong 3-3. Huh.
Like, play Hungry Dragon and swipe?
Let's play Hungry Dragon, see what we get.
In the light's name.
Oh, good God, really?
Yeah!
Son of a...
And because of our, if we activate our hero power, that becomes a 3/2.
Garbage. That's still the most dangerous thing. Is bored. And this is where we get owned by mind control tech.
Yeah, that he thought stole.
Nah, he's played both his thought steal cards.
Oh, he'll thought steal again, and then play it. Yeah, where is our Flame Strike?
I feel like he has to answer at least the Drake here. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, commit more.
Alright, this
Yes.
is the world we live in. This game is actually over.
This is still a game that could be potentially stolen with mind control tech, but not easily.
Even stealing that 7-9 is low on the ability. Okay, does double swipe get me out of the game? No, because my opponent's on 16.
Well, if you swipe... If you silence... Swipe. How much of his board dies?
Most. Like, we would have to spend another point of power to kill the Temple Enforcer, but it would. This would die off. This would be dead, and this would be a -2.
So we would be at an empty hand, a crappy board, but our opponent's crushing is pushed back a little bit.
Time waits for no one.
Awful as it sounds. You gotta do that. And this is where we get run out of the game. Because if our opponent has anything that resembles, like, big minions, yeah. Which apparently they don't.
Boulder for Stoker.
Oh, okay.
A 6/6.
I accept. Alright, we just need to draw back to back to back, like, top end here, right? Like, that's how it's gotta go.
Our deck can do that.
There's a couple more pieces. And he's gonna trade his 3 power minions into it. That's fine, because that does have to die. That's not like a choice. And
Let me change your mind.
Whoa, really?
Well then, okay.
That seems premature.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to do that, especially if you actually had another threat. Oh, I'm screw
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Screw this, we're waiting. Show me it.
Show me your moves.
Give me the 4th minion. You need one more minion to up your clock by a turn.
You're in trouble.
Thank you.
Great! A good one.
Okay, so we have to steal that specifically.
Preferably.
Engaging TC-130. Mental
Alright.
Yay! 100% of the time.
Alright. What if we have a board? That's perfect. That's beautiful.
Yes.
We have a chance now.
I believe in the power. Mind control.
Mind control?
Mind control on your own 5/6.
Draw
No.
a card, okay.
2 mana draw a card.
Yep.
Or 2 mana cycle a card, I guess. But...
Yeah. Okay. Look.
I kind of wish our... Oh. Oh boy!
Oh, give me the free card. Oh! Some top end.
But he cost 7.
Yeah, he
The
doesn't...
saber did not count.
No. I don't think he's reducing unless he's in our hand.
Wait, is that what it says?
I have no idea how this card functions, if it's one way or the other.
The Inspire Giant.
Well,
functions
Bolivar. Well, Bolivar, whatever its name is, only functions in your hand, though. And that's what I'm basing it off of. No!
Okay.
Horrid!
I guess we play the bigger creature. And we have to kill his Northshire cleric. Like that, it has to.
Yeah, that has to happen, and there's only one way we do that, so... Oh, God, if that wasn't there. Okay.
Wait, the 8/5 doesn't even trade with it. That's awful.
I know. Like, it would have to eat this. Also, he could just bump it and heal it.
Yeah, whereas the 6/6 at least has to be 2 creatures.
Well, let's just keep dealing damage. Mind control tech sure as hell did buy us back, like, into the game, but we're far from, like, stable. That wasn't much of a secret. I don't think this was competing with much, if my memory serves. I remember Light Warden next to it, but maybe I'm wrong.
It was your classic bad rare pick.
I don't recall that.
Oh, our opponent has a good legend.
We're freaking owned. Okay. Yeah, Totemic Might. Sweet. Every card he draws Totemic Might. Oh no, it's actually. Ha! Nice try.
So we kill that, right?
Sitting here thinking.
You can deal 7 damage to your opponent. 8 maybe. Your opponent has very advantageous trades.
Yeah, I think you're right. So that bump, face on this, and then play the 2.
Yeah, or do we play Direwolf?
Absolutely, we have to, like. There's almost no advantage to holding it back, sadly. This is the point in the game where the priest excels, when they just have to make, like, board trades and can heal up.
Yeah.
Like, their late game position is much stronger due to that.
Like, get up a card and then.
Yeah, like, they don't even need to be. He doesn't even need. Oh, wow. Damn. He also could just maybe count on the random attack. But I don't know if that's, like, a worthwhile. Like, he might.
I guess we cycle that.
Cycle that on the 4-2?
Or we could just kill the 4-2, but yeah, we'd probably cycle it on the 4-2.
Well, yeah, cycle it on. Cycle it on the 4. Ooh, I still have a Starfall left, right?
I believe so. How many cards left in deck?
7.
Like a 1 in 7.
It's a 1 in 7. I could also draw my own 5/9. I could. Honestly, I almost want to attack first with my ogre to see what happens.
Okay, when we attack with our ogre, try to make the trade or try to attack our opponent. Hooray!
Oh my god, he can't get through.
He can't get through.
He can't get through to this. Alright.
Maybe the ogre just wins the game.
Maybe the ogre can win. Maybe we win the flip. He needs to have a card to get through that, which is honestly, like, I'm very happy about forcing my opponent to need something.
Mind control.
Mind control the 8-5 and then this game ends.
No, I would mind control the. Yo, what?
Yo!
You forgot to play his hero power first, though, because he did not want to. Okay.
He did not want to. Because he's getting through. See? That was a card that got through. Damn!
Rah, rah, rah. Oh man, you're barely not enough. If we had swiped our opponent at any point in the game, this game would be over.
Well, we wouldn't be alive if we had swiped our opponent at any point in this game. We're
True.
At 8. We're at 8.
Very true.
Steal our hero power.
I don't understand what circumstance you would want to play that.
Well, it won him.
But...
it won our opponent the game. Just that like it straight won our opponent the game there.
I guess it works best in classes that have crappy hero powers.
Also, it's a 6/5 for 6.
It's a
so
6-1, a
like,
6-5, which is like fine for arena. Like arena wise. I mean like constructed wise.
Warrior.
How many fingers do you see?
True.
Yo. But yeah, like the.
We nearly won that game when our opponent has really good cards and we have extremely bad ones.
Yeah. Nuts. That's what I get for letting it go up to that, but nothing else I could do. I swear to you that the other quest got... Oh, it just got completed, okay. Sure.
Does it copy your opponent's improved hero power by that one legend?
Probably.
Does it copy Ragnaros's hero power?
Yo, that would own!
Does it work in heroic challenges?
Can you steal, yeah, can you steal, like the Nox Ramus abilities?
Malfurion versus Anduin.
Okay, another priest.
The light shall bring victory. I must
This hand looks
What?
better.
His hand looks rather good.
I'm just gonna keep it. I mean, they could have had a quest for dealing X damage.
Does Justicar Trueheart improve your like Shadow Grasp hero power? Like Priest can Shadow Form.
That'd be cool. So if you're a mage, you just steal Shadow Form? Get the free upgrade?
No, I mean the legend. Does the legend improve Shadow Form?
Alright, so this is where Direwolf Alpha gets to own.
It's like using our hero power, only puts a 2/2 on the table.
Yep. We can't steal 20 fireballs. Like, well, maybe we could. I don't know.
My work is paramount.
Please tell me you don't.
3/5.
Have the, okay. I was like, that's fake. Don't even. Alright, so we just.
For the wild.
We
The
do.
old 2-for-1.
Well, we get to put 6/4s in the way. Good old giant heckler.
Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes here.
I'll take a funnel cake. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a heckler.
You smell like a gnome.
I don't know what to think of that guy who throws the carrots at you.
I think he's fine. Like, the big
He is
thing,
fine.
like, for one, 3/5 is like a baseline. Like, he's under Yeti, so, like, you get text. And giving yourself gain 4 if you're, like, a control deck and you weren't dealing damage is thumbs up.
Yeah, true enough. I am comparing him to other control 4-drops, though. Like
I know.
Pilot and Shredder. Man, Shredder is like maybe the best 4-drop ever.
Well, that card's a lot better in, like, many circumstances.
Real night.
Oh boy, a lowly squire.
Alright, so nobody gets through the heckler? Sweet.
Should we play another one?
Honestly, like, we have hand advantage. We should probably keep the board advantage. So, like, this bump, and then another 4 or 5. Perhaps
Yeah.
even a Hungry Dragon, but
Or how?
we could play the Cavaldi Raider as well.
What is our turn next? Well, we could play a 4 in hero power next turn, so yeah, that seems fine.
Okay, so, like, this bump. Yeah, this bump, and then play that. So, okay. That could get owned by a couple cards, but I don't feel too bad about that. And by a couple cards, I mean Holy Nova, but, you know, whatever. What doesn't ever get home by Holy Nova?
Holy Nova just lets him 1-for-1 here. And
Yeah.
there's nothing else on the turn.
Harriet brings up that the where is it? Where are you? The carrots
The carrot person
has
Refreshment
no
Render.
is immune to silence, so
Is immune to silence.
it does a thing immediately. Okay.
Okay, get fucked off with extreme consequence.
Yeah, just like get the hell out of here is fine too. I think board is what we want here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to play Hungry Dragon, like, without a way to immediately deal with it. So, you know.
Our hero power does that most of the time, but then other times it doesn't.
What if it's another goddamn... Hi there.
Our opponent likes
Oh, well,
cards that do things.
swipe looks good here.
Hmm.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, swipe looks pretty good.
I think I'm just gonna take that.
And we can decide whatever we want to. Oh, you get to
Yeah.
do anything you want.
With this much of a card advantage, I'm willing to take the lump for it.
Often, Wrath is the card you want to cycle into, so I'm fine holding it.
Right? Well, I mean, like, I am holding some removal, so...
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty ahead here. Okay. I have a
For Nagatar.
evil heckler gets to do a job. I think let's see what Hungry Dragon has.
Yeah,
Mm,
let's
like-
see what Hungry Dragon has.
The shadow engulfs us.
Ah, okay.
8-2-1. Now, do you play a 3-2 stealth, or do you want to hold a Blue Gilt Warrior?
I think the 3-2 stealth is better. Like, yeah, again, Holy Nova, but it's only a 2-for-1 right now. And if it doesn't happen, I have the cat.
Yeah, the cat.
Alright. Whenever you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1 on a what the hell?
Yeah, that is a 3-mana 3-3. That makes no sense in the deck it is in.
Well, holy crap. I like this card a lot. I like
Oh,
this
yeah,
card
super
a
powerful.
lot. Anyway, what, something like bump Wrath, and then play the biggest man?
Seems fine to me.
Alright, biggest man, so Wrath. Bump, biggest man. And then,
We
like...
2-for-1, but we also 0-for-1, so it works out.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's fine 2-for-1ing on a 6-drop. No way.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the difference... Well, Flash Heal and Light of the Naru are, like, comparable, yeah. What do you do here?
So I'm trying to figure out.
You could play your lady and then throw your 2-2 and your hero power into the 5-3 and then ignore his golem.
I like that. And then just hold 2 sweepers in case of fire.
Yeah, or in case of 5 toughness guy that has to die.
I like her.
Actually,
ace
yeah,
roll.
we could pyroblast a creature if we had to.
Yeah.
You have bested.
Okay. We are quite far ahead, and we are still at 24.
People are complaining about jousting, and it's like they have never played Lorwyn block before.
See, here's the thing. I think Clash and Joust aren't the same mechanic.
Really?
Well, for one, Clash you couldn't really control as much because it was just like a random card off the top of your deck.
Yeah, and it
Joust
wasn't
is
like a creature.
But, on the other hand, Joust is absolutely unplayable garbage because on the Clash cards, the Clash cards were like
Most of them were playable on their own.
right, like Lash Out was 3 damage to a creature and then it hit 3 to a player if you won the Clash. Whereas like a number of the Joust cards that like there aren't as many of the Joust cards that function that way. I'm just gonna do this. What is with the priests? Like the when Shabadoo says King's Elec is the only good Joust card, the reason he says King's Elec is the only good Joust card is because it's a 3/2 on its own.
Yeah.
But Joust is on like crappy cards that if they function they're better than normal cards, but it's an if. So like there's that Sunwalker and that's like a 5/6.
The 5/6 that becomes Sunwalker. That guy's good.
I think he's terrible.
Really.
Here's the thing, when you play Sunwalker, do you know what you want to do with Sunwalker? Have it have Divine Shield and Taunt to save your ass. You don't want to
True.
flip a coin when Sunwalker comes into play.
When I say he's okay, I mean he's okay in the grand scheme of limited playable cards, just because he's like a 5/6, but he's no Sunwalker, that is true.
Also, Sunwalker has interactions with other cards in the game, whereas Joust is all Battlecry.
Ooh, Battlecry. He's going to Alliance. Okay,
Oh.
dark.
Then I'm just gonna, like, Divine Shield at this.
Yeah. It's a little bit lame, but
Well, it gets the job done.
he does get the job done.
I tried to attack with it twice.
Hooray! Well, we have our favorite man, Evil Heckler, next turn. The guy who's been doing a lot of work. As he lost Tall Strider with Taunt.
Yeah.
Now,
Anyway.
does he heal his guy, or does he...
He should heal his guy. It's
See,
worth-
I think he might not should.
I think
see,
he... Go
One of
ahead.
the secrets of Dark Cultists is you kind of want him to die. Although he's made our choice rather easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if that was his play, like, I'm not gonna... I'm just gonna do this and play Evil Heckler.
Yeah.
That's why I think the heal would have been better just because that makes this play look kind of weird. I don't know, like, maybe the board is better because now he still has the Dark Cultist, but...
He has a 3/2 either way. I don't know, man. I guess what you would actually want to play there is like a River Crocolisk or anything.
Yeah, anything that doesn't immediately die. Well, if it was River Clocklist, I would have hero powered and attacked it. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
that would have smoked our turn.
That
at the
would have
very
smoked our
least.
turn. That would have smoked the hell out of our turn. So
Which
going back
smoking
on
your
that, yeah,
opponent's- Yeah, smoking your opponent's turn is like often, oh man, I feel sorry for our opponent.
I think you think this card is bad for no reason.
Well, it's because, you know that Druid card that's either that card or a 2/5?
Yeah, I'm fine playing it as the 5/2. I don't play it as the 5/2 most of the time, but I'm fine doing it.
Yeah, I've played it as like the 5/2 like once.
So
And here's
this
the
is-
question: which way do you go? Cultist is 3 toughness, right?
What?
Well, how much does the toughness pump does Cultist give?
It's 3, so that would make it 5. So like making this trade is pretty obvious.
And then
And then like probably like Silverhand Recruit or actually Kvalthar Raider might be the best here.
yeah,
Again, I'm leaving myself like wide open to Holy Nova, so let's just assume that card is fake.
the card we're actually wide open to with this is like any removal on Evil Heckler.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? Our opponent has been like making weird plays, so maybe he doesn't have anything at all.
I don't know, but no, I guess like I think this card is completely playable because the 5/2 or the 2/5, like I'm fine with. I usually pick the 2/5 because I want my creature to stay alive longer, but I would accept it on the other end. I've played it as the 5/2.
I've played it as the 5/2 only when I need 5 damage to win the game.
And so like Magma Rager is not this like
Yeah.
you know. Oh, thank
Oh.
you.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
Our opponent's full of junk. It's junk all the way down. Although I like all those cards. How greedy do you want to be?
Well, like Silverhand. Silverhand?
Yeah, Silverhand seems fine.
That's how greedy I'm thinking, and because that makes next turn even greedier.
Well met.
Magma Ranger dies to any given card in the game of Hearthstone.
High tide.
You make that trade.
I was just looking at the chat. I agree with you. I agree with you, Harriet. That's the problem with Joust. He's got Shadow Word? No.
Our opponent's got nothing. You got nothing. Jump.
Garbage.
You could either Mookless Champion, or you could make a very large flesh-eating ghoul.
I could make a very large flesh-eating ghoul. This is 2-in-1 right now, or 1-in-1? 1-in-1? I think it's 1-in-1.
It might be 1-in-1. So the ghoul or Mookless Champion?
No, I've got it.
Does it involve Cycle Wrath?
No, it's play wrath.
Ah, you found my secret. Said you can use your hero power.
And then we replace the 1/1. Oh, I love our hero power being get a 1/1 +2/2 in this. Like,
Yeah, Inspires are all the Inspire cards are pretty good, due to the fact that getting benefit from not spending cards.
mm-hmm. Well, this is a
Pretty
thing I
good.
want to be doing almost every turn if possible, and these cards make it a lot more of a like, yeah, you should do this.
There is one bad thing about it. Is there's a problem in Magic that they've tamped down on for like a long time. Like one of the last times they made the mistake, it was something called Tolarian Academy.
Oh no! Wow.
And it's called repeated board states.
Well, that's why they're minions, and minions are killable.
Yeah, minions are killable.
By the
So
way,
I think, yeah.
and then
The 1/1 should happen first,
Uh-huh.
and then the Mukla happens. It's all bananas. I kind of thought it would be bananas. I'm happy you didn't know it was bananas.
I didn't know it was bananas, but that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Just throw out all these bananas.
Yeah, banana.
I'm like so happy I picked this card right now. Alright, this game's over.
Yeah.
Throw bananas.
Reporting for
Go, Max Banana!
Max Banana. Is Max Banana like Ted Fast's friend?
Probably. They work together.
So that's a Flesh-Eating Ghoul for you. He's good, but so is your other cards.
I was gonna say, I don't think that was as much Flesh-Eating Ghoul as just like the Inspire team.
Yeah, well, yeah, they worked together.
Like,
The Ghoul interacted with the 3/3.
You have a higher respect level than I do for Flesh-Eating Ghoul.
That's because Flesh-Eating Ghoul is like, it's very, very similar to, what is that card called? Questing Adventurer. It is a awful 3-drop.
Yeah, but I think
But-
Questing Adventurer is probably on the same level as Flesh-Eating Ghoul in not good.
No, I think, depending on for Paladin especially, if you have any way to make creature, then Flesh-Eating Ghoul, this is great, by the way, but I like Flesh-Eating Ghoul. He runs away with the game
Yeah.
if he's alive. Or
It's just that doesn't happen very often.
Or he makes your opponent spend hyper removal, which is also strong. So our opponent has Frostbolt in their
Yeah,
hand.
this is a 100%, right?
We play the 3/2 anyways.
I'm thinking about coining to that Harvest Golem instead.
That's also good. Yeah.
God, it's like 100% too, and if I don't, it's a minion. So, okay.
Oh, he's got nothing.
Ping me? Yeah. Okay.
He's got nothing.
Nice. All right. So now, like, we get to like make our opponent, if they want to waste the removal, they can, and if they fail to,
Aha. You have a 4/4. We have mech synergy. All of our mech synergy is in our hand right now. This is awkward.
I know our opponent played a 4-power drop.
I'd be okay with that trade. It's
Yeah.
just we have no way to like deal with it.
I'm willing to make that bump.
Yeah, doesn't change much of our golem's toughness.
Well, it makes this next turn worth a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
So this is a bump, and then I'm left with the board advantage.
And we get to play a... He's gonna attack us.
I swear to God, he, like... I don't think there's a card you could draw that would make attacking us the correct play here.
Missiles? I would make that play, and then I would lose.
Let's heckle.
Go, evil heckler!
If I had a better curve, I would have played the armor here, but the armor's not worth anything there. What are people
All it
saying?
is is-
It's been 10 years?
Oh, Gaia Online?
What?
What?
Yeah, that's old. Alright, what do we got on 5 from our opponent?
Oh, Niara linked a gif of
Wabba!
banana. Oh, flame cannon?
Yeah,
Okay.
flame cannon. I'm just gonna...
Well met.
It's better than our other plays.
Give me the free 1/1.
It's like we played a crappy
Yeah,
4/4 makes a 2/2.
I've been extremely happy with that, with the taunter. The heckler. The
evil
heckler.
heckler?
Yeah, the heckler has done a lot of work for us. And there's the card I thought my opponent was going to play, and I'm just going to answer with Abusive Sergeant.
Hooray!
Hero power first, Abusive Sergeant second. Yeah, okay.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, I have to give this up. I'm very sad about this.
Be purged.
And my face is worth doing this here. And Trog?
Either or. They're both like equivalent creatures, except that the anodized Mecha Bear could be like a late game stall tactic, but
Yeah. I'm going with the bear to prevent my opponent from just like attacking these down.
okay.
I accept. I think this turn is
Make a 6/6.
yeah, now there's no point in trying to wait on it.
Or were you going to like?
Yeah, wait and give it
Play
another
it.
armor, and then it's a 7 toughness, so it doesn't die to fireball, except for ping exists, so that doesn't matter in the slightest.
William O'Brien does a good deal of voiceover work.
Mm-hmm.
There's
So this
Fireball.
is fireball and/or
No, it's that guy
Oh,
again.
wow. I accept. I 100% accept.
What
So
do we do here?
I think it's like Starfall hero power, but
Starfall hero power. Starfall to do what? Kill the 5/5 or
yeah, kill the 5/5.
seems fine.
Which that could just be instead, like it could actually just be like tournament medic and Trog and then hero power.
Hard to say. Wondering on his chance of having Flame Strike, or if we should even play around it.
There was the last 2 turns ago. If our opponent had Flame Strike, they would have done it, like on the not the Frost Elemental turn, but the one before it. Like was a pretty damn good Flame Strike turn, and they just chose not to.
In any case, we're going to win the game with Mind Control tech. That Silverhand recruit has been alive for a while.
Not for long, but yeah, not for long anymore, but I'm secretly a paladin. Well, yeah, when I say 2 turns ago, I mean the turn before Frost Elemental, meaning it couldn't be these 3 cards in his hand, so he would have had to draw a Flame Strike. Also, a Flame Strike's really shit against my board, so, you know.
It's kind of crappy, yeah. I mean, I was thinking that, like, oh, he's actually doing
He
it.
actually has it. Okay, does he have like a Frostbolt or something? Oh no, Dire. Okay, okay.
I'm gonna just ping too.
Yeah. Alright, so we lose. Our hero power becomes slightly worse, but also just fine.
Just play the medic and start healing back until he commits more to the board.
Yeah, let's set up our opponent for failure here. This is exactly what I want. This is at 1 toughness now, and then I can also attack this to 1 toughness, so my swipe looks strong.
Or he does that.
Or he just does that for me, because he's that afraid of my, like, is he gonna, like, do something else? Ah.
Okay, that makes super sense.
Another-
Play another minion. Yes!
Yes. Alright.
Satan!
Alright, give me power.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
A little awkward, but deal withable.
I could play Mookla's Champion and upgrade.
You can definitely play Mookla's Champion and upgrade.
I don't know if that's the best here, but it's probably better than it's ever going to look anywhere else. The swipe doesn't look very good here.
Specifically because of this guy. Also, that it doesn't kill anything.
Right. I'm going to accept that my opponent's getting cards.
Bananas!
Oh, banana.
Kill his chugger.
Yeah.
For basically free.
Sadly, armor is not, I guess I'm still frozen next turn. I didn't have a... No, they got rid of that, actually. Never mind. I'm thinking, like, oh, I got armor. But no, that doesn't matter. So he should probably, like, attack here, just to get his free card. But I don't know what he's actually going to do. I feel quite happy about the Direwolf Alpha, though, because the Direwolf Alpha makes this a trade that would happen rather than not. Again, we still have Swipe. The Acolyte of Pain is the most awkward card here, because, like, I really wish maybe I should have just silenced it. I don't know. Like, that's a lot of cards. I'm not...
It's divination.
Well, it's divination at, like, its worst here, and it's more than divination, likely. Unless he's just gonna throw... Okay. Look, I don't like cards. I don't want my phone to have cards! I don't want it!
Your opponent just played Arcane Intellect, except it did a damage.
And then you
Actually,
have to
no,
trade
that
there.
was like 5 mana. 5 mana Arcane Intellect did a damage.
Mind if I roll need?
So now Swipe looks okay. Or we can just trade. Or that. Man, what flavor of things.
Yeah, how do I want to do this? Can't attack. I like... Trying to think what I want here. Honestly, I could just, like, Starfall and attack here.
Yeah. Seems fine.
So attack
If you
your
really didn't want your opponent to have cards, you would silence the loot hoarder.
I don't know if I'm that mad here. And there's no point in armoring up or armoring anything because of Flame Strike would kill it anyway.
Ah, gaining life.
I do like the fact that, like, I'm quite happy about that part of the medic. Like, just the fact that I'm gaining like 6 or 8 incidental.
Hey!
All right, we're in a good zone here.
Someday I'll be just like
All right, here's our opponent's pile of dudes. That's fine. All right, attacks across, silence. How do I want to deal with this?
Well, you can attack it.
Hero power.
Yeah, hero power it, and then like silence and swipe it. Or silence first, run your 2/4 into the.
Okay. Attack after a silence. So attack after a silence, and then swipe targeting here.
Seems fine to me.
Time waits for no one.
You won't know what minion of ours to ping. It's the 4/4.
For the wild.
Hooray!
And then we hold the last minion in hand. Because I needed to play out the armor. I feel like that's more important to give mind control tech +1.
Yeah. Also, our opponent's like going to want us to overcommit anyways. Oh, he's got Kona Cold.
Nah!
Fine and wide.
the spot.
For the wild.
Yeah, I'm willing.
The cavalry.
Yeah.
Let's just go to put him in the sword.
That horse on that guy's riding looks like the horse when you're not looking at the card zoomed in, like looking through it from the bubble. Looks like the horse that Hero of Bladehold has,
Sorta.
which means it doesn't look like a horse at all. Oh, McGinnis!
I accept. Like, my hero power is just as good as yours, seeing as I'm at goddamn 33.
And the medic finally dies.
Alright, so he's gonna trade off shields, which is the incorrect play, I feel. Alright, he made the correct play. So I'm going to... Thank you.
For the wild.
Yeah. Alright. Here's a really not, like, been underperforming, but still is a 6/6.
A7 on a 6/6. End of the day. Large minion.
Right? Like, oh, opponent on Flame Strike?
The opponent is on Dragon's Breath.
Oh, that'd be even funnier.
So,
That's lethal.
yeah, lethal.
That countered us from 2 away, so... So a 7-mana 6/6 no text, so it's like Stormwind Champion but bad?
Stormwind Champion
rare.
pre-silenced.
Sweet, it comes pre-silenced. Ow. We ain't doing awful.
We've gotten there at the end of the day with large minions and bananas.
Well, I'm really happy about bananas. Like, incredibly happy about just, like, toss 5 bananas to the left, go.
Yeah, bananas.
Oh, banana.
That was almost a mind control huff. Quite. That was worse than Huffer. But better worse.
I must protect the
That's definite. Fleshing Ghoul's a maybe.
I think we shipped a ghoul. We want to draw that in like turn 5.
Right. We don't want that to be our 3. We want that to be our 5. That's a lot better looking.
Hey, I was right.
Yeah, we absolutely don't. Well, I don't want to draw the ghoul like at any time, but you know.
So do we just play at 2-3, or do we play at 2-3?
I think we play the most generic of our 2/3s. If my opponent decides to like go for the dome here or something, I have no care in the world for an opponent that's going to try to kill me from 30 in the arena.
Oh. He played his inverted abusive sergeant.
Yeah. Alright. Except for that's a permanent buff, but you know.
Yeah, I know. He works like Dark Iron Dwarf used to.
Yeah, man. Remember Dark Iron Dwarf giving permanent +2?
Remember when Dark Iron Dwarf was like a super auto pick?
Yeah. Okay, I'm fairly happy about wasting that. And let's stealth up.
Yeah, stealth.
Maybe we can Hungry Dragon. It's not how that works. Alright. I'm glad Abusive Sergeant exists.
Get in there, fight, maggot.
Could have just played Mind Control Tech as a 3/3. Could.
You don't do that. He's going to spam the board right here.
Let's like spamming the board. That's similar to.
So is this like a bear, or is it a... Do you trade, or...
What the hell's that trap? Freezing trap or something?
Could be Freezing Trap, which doesn't make a lot of sense on this board. Could be Bear Trap,
I'm gonna do
or
this.
Explosive Trap.
I'm gonna do this.
It was Snake Trap.
That was the trap I secretly wanted it to be, because I'm just
Same.
gonna Starfall.
You don't want a 1-1?
Not that much now.
Yeah, Starfall's okay. That's 2 for 3.
That was, well, we got more than that out of it because of the we traded up on the 5/4.
Okay, now I'm okay playing... No, wait, Mind Control Tech doesn't quite do anything yet.
Web spinner.
Wait, no! If you play Hungry Dragon, Mind Control Tech will do something.
Not this turn, but soon.
Yeah.
Battle detected.
I'm gonna take one of these out. Maybe, just maybe, I can steal one of those web spinners. By the way, that card, Ball of Spiders.
Ball of Spiders. Oh no!
Well, I'm glad yeah, that was summoned by web spinner. Okay.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry.
Come on.
Play another minion.
All you need is one more minion. It's really what you need right now.
I'll take you down with me.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're telling me
that's-
to kill one of his minions before stealing.
I guess we kill the... 1-1?
Actually... Maybe I kill one of his minions before stealing.
If we kill this 1-1, we can steal a... Probably going to steal a 2-1. If we steal a 2-1 with haste, we can kill his
Right.
raptor immediately.
So if we get one of these two, we're in a good way. All right, let's do that. Because because I drew a good 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's shown off 2 of the cards off of his thing.
Engaging TC-130.
All right, and then we get the.
Yeah, well, you could tell which one it was before you
Yeah.
played it, because it had the...
This makes Mukla's champion next turn look pretty strong if nothing changes, like nothing major changes. Mostly if my opponent makes like small.
Yay!
Nice. Nice. So these are pretty obvious attacks. Oh, no. Okay.
Yay!
I just kill this, right? Like,
Oh, you can kill that, yeah. And then, like, play a Angry Heckler.
or I could play Mookla's Champion and kill that. Yeah.
They're both okay. I don't know which one's better.
2 cards in hand. I think I'm probably overvaluing, like, this. Like,
Because of the bananas.
right. I feel pretty confident that I am. So I'm going to ignore that part of me and do this. Do I want to silence that?
I don't see a reason to silence it.
Yeah.
It's just a 2/4 that dies to our 5/4.
Wanna blow something up?
And then we're immediately punished for it.
Yeah. We lose our guy, and we get completely owned for it. Okay.
Oh, no, we get to silence his Kvedlar or whatever.
Then we would be able to kill this Kvedlar if we didn't... Oh, well, we can kill it anyway. Alright.
It all works out. Also, if we draw the medic thing, we can, like, undo his hero power with our hero power.
I would be really happy with it.
You want to draw a 4-mana 1/8.
Against this guy, yes. Like... Oh. We win this, right?
Yes, we win this.
Alright. That card can be quite scary on the flip, as it were. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and this, then we're Mookling.
Hooray! Bananas! Glad this arena has been much different than normal arenas due to new cards.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen many Mookless champions. And by many, I mean 2.
We've played... This is the 3rd one on our side. Mm. Okay. Stealth. Opponent's trying to kill me. That's fair.
And that is rather fair. We have taunt, though.
Your mother was a murderer.
Oh, banana. Also, like, you know, opponent dead on board pretty easily. That is a hippo, yes.
That is a hippo. It is a questing Feldegriff.
It looks like
Answer the call of the lights.
add a random paladin card to your hand. Is this where-
Consecration.
Consecration? Yo! Okay.
It doesn't quite do it, though.
No. Like, unless that last card in hand is like, what? 1 mana? Like, no way. Is it a secret? Oh, no. I wanted it to be a secret.
Not a secret.
That's an interesting card. It basically says draw a card on it?
Yeah, it's a good card. Except Paladin cards are high variant in how good they are.
I still like draw a card on that, especially when it's a
Yes,
big enough
it's-
body.
We've had this discussion before.
I know,
But
I know.
I still like the card a lot.
We just keep having the same discussion where
Well,
I'm
isn't
like, yeah, it's really good when you draw a random card and you're like, but it's a random card, it could be bad, but the card's still good. And I'm like, yeah, but the card's better. And then that's it. That's the entire. I've summed up the next like 15 minutes if we
Yeah.
decided to do that.
We've had like the same conversationally with Magic for like different mechanics where we just keep having the same conversation. It happens. I have no idea whether you should hold that or not. I hold True Silver Champion, but I don't know if I hold Swipe. I like this hand. This hand's pretty good. Do you want to cycle Wrath? Wait, no, we don't cycle Wrath because our opponent's going to play Whirligoof. Okay. I was very sad yesterday when somebody had the brass to tell me that the only good thing about Shaman was Whirligoof, and I got sad.
The last time I played against a Shaman in Constructed, they looked at my life total, looked at their 5 cards in hand, and went Lava Burst, Lava Burst, Lava Burst, Crackle, Crackle, put you from 22 to 7, go. And I'm just like, because they've got 3 more cards in hand.
It's funny to see Lava Burst still get played. Crackle kind of replaced it.
Yeah. Okay.
Crackle kind of replaced it and Lava Burst. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
Or Lightning Bolt, I mean. So this is
This feels pretty easy, I think. I could have been greedy if I've, wanted to, set up the dumb swipe, but...
It's fine. We'll draw our 3 drops. Gross.
No, that's what swipe's for, right?
Yeah. I suppose it is what swipe is for.
I think that means I just don't play my Trog.
Yeah. Punch our opponent. That's a good card, by the way, I think.
Yeah, this card's incredibly good. Well, it's a totem, too.
It's a totem. It's a totem golem.
Well, this is a freaking spider tank, but Overload, I think, is stronger than... just base mana cost. 1/1. Ah. Whatever.
Just play Heckler here, maybe?
I'm willing to try it.
He's got Lightning Bolt, right?
Yeah, and he's even got the spell damage totem to own me with it, so...
I'm willing to, take some lumps in order to get him to commit more into our swipe.
Do it.
He ain't got it. He's got Jack. I guess okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
I no longer have any idea what to do.
I think killing that Flame Tongue totem is probably a good idea. I could, play Silverhand Lady and make a 1/1, but...
That gets him to trade and then damage his spell damage totem.
Yeah. Which would then die to the swipe, but...
It's just a totem, who cares?
Right, maybe I should just burn it.
I have no idea. It removes 4 power from the table.
It's a 4/3 effectively. It's the reason I want it. It's basically dead.
It's a 4/3 that can trade many times.
Yeah, okay. I think I just want to play Silverhand.
It's a little bad, but I think it's what we do.
I don't do that. It's not too bad. Because, it kind of sets the swipe up to be nice.
Yeah.
Worst case is our opponent slam it down an axe and just go bump, axe, bump, and then...
Well...
Yeah, and then we're in hell, but...
Fire Elemental.
I can't try and, what am I supposed to do there, then?
No, that's the other hell is what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's Fire Elemental. Well...
I thought you were proposing an alternate line of play to not get owned by Fire Elemental, and that one's pretty rare if existed, basically doesn't exist, because, Fire Elemental is here to own you, and that's, the entire point of the card most of the time. 1/1.
He's trying to get Healing Totem. Now he doesn't want to commit anymore to this board. Or does he?
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
I think swipes on here is still worth it. I don't know if playing the Trog is. Ugh. Actually, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't think the 6/6 is good here.
All that does is trade with Geblin and the
Yeah.
4/3.
Which is what the swipe does for 3 mana less.
Yeah.
Without our opponent, like, being able to have tricks around it.
So Fire Elemental.
He didn't last turn, he probably doesn't this turn.
He didn't need to last turn.
It would have been, like, just as good last turn.
I know. I mean, he drew it. Okay.
No.
He's looking for Healing Totem. He found Healing Totem. Okay.
No, luckily I'm already out spent on swipes, so I don't feel that bad about it.
Your mother was a murloc.
Hey, it's that guy.
And then he's obviously going to trade on board because it would be incredibly, like... it would allow me an in if... okay.
Now do we just play the 6/6?
There's a chance it trades well. There's a chance.
We are so disheartened at this game.
Well, like... Every play we've made has been on the back foot, and maybe that's the reason the swipes aren't worth keeping in our opener. Because,
Yeah.
like, playing a reactive game of Hearthstone, oh, we're not. That's bad.
Trades with one card.
That's more what it means for his board.
Actually, I would have traded the... unless he's got Bloodlust. Okay.
There's just something about playing Hearthstone on the back foot where it's just like... You don't want to be the reactive player.
Well, unless you do want to be the reactive player.
I mean, if I play both those guys... Let's get murdered by Bloodlust. Do it. Do it. Or, I don't know, kill me with like 4 points of damage from your hand. That'll be enough.
Fire Elemental. And
Just
then
sure.
Axe. Okay.
Well, you got like the Earth Shock to murder my golem. Show me the Hyper Earth Shock.
And he's gonna kill us with Frost Shock.
Feel the power.
Oh.
Oh.
You had us, okay. Yeah, okay. The other play I could have made there would have been like killing his raid leader with Wrath. But I have the feeling that was more delaying the inevitable in that one. With
Well,
our
yeah,
opponent-
especially since the Wind Fury Lord was coming after us.
Yeah. Alright.
So we got this pile to 4. Let's see if we can get it to 5.
So disappointed in that card.
I was not highly excited to pick it in the first place.
I wanted it to be decent. I wanted to live in a world where it was a 5-mana 6/6. But, like, you don't ever want it in your opener, and it doesn't function unless it's in your hand, so...
Well, I don't know if it functions in your hand or not. I guess that's only something we could test
Versus Valera.
once we have the card, which I'm not going to go out of my way to get that card.
Alright.
I guess here's your chance to test it.
Sure. This is a beast on the transform, we know that, so... Knight of the Wild.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's Knight of the Wind.
That's Knight of the Wind.
That's a different knight.
And we are fighting Diemus. We are playing the coin.
I'm killing that.
That's a good 1-drop. That's a card that might make, like, pirates.
Yeah, I don't want my like playing a minion there would be lethal because it's just like, okay, cool, make my weapon, it has 2 power. So let's test the druid.
Let's test the druid. Test to druid. Druid.
Druid testing initiated.
Night on the prowl.
Hey, it happened.
Like I said, I expect Hearthstone designers to design cards that function internally. I have a higher standard for Hearthstone.
I guess we can trade.
Yeah. Oh man.
I was hoping he would. Hey, you have the 5 mana 6/6. I was hoping he would play something we could trade the 3/2 with, so we could
Yeah.
have our flesh-eating ghoul.
Right, but
That you could pretty easily make flesh-eating ghoul a 3 mana 4/3 is one of the reasons I like him.
I don't like having to work for that.
True.
Like, you get that with downside. Quite honestly, I'm thinking the Hungry Dragon.
Yeah, Hungry Dragon.
This could end poorly. Let's see what happens. You got the 3/1 Wind Fury? Yeah, you got the 3/1 Wind Fury.
We have Swipe in our deck.
We have Wrath in hand. This is
Yes.
where. All right. Give me Cold Blood X3 and just murder me. Just rock it.
Call it the rocket launcher.
Just give me it. Give me all the cold blood in. All right, deadly poison. Step 1. Step 2, cold blood. All right, that's.
And he gets to kill our yeah, we get to take 12. And then...
Close enough, guys. All right, we did it. Mission accomplished.
Hooray! Mission accomplished.
All right, I'm gonna play Flesh Eating Ghoul and Wrath it.
Hooray!
I always love it when it's shit like that. It's so good.
I guess we could have played Tinkertown there too, but it doesn't make much of a difference.
Tinkertown, I think, has more value later in like the fact that it could possibly give us a horn or something. And if my opponent uses their weapon to attack me, putting me on 10, I am in hell. So,
Okay.
alright, so that's decent. Now what's their follow-up is the question. Okay.
Should we just kill that?
That's what I'm wondering. Like...
It becomes a 6/6, and it's a bit out of our reach once it Kevlar's up.
Right, but well, once it does that, you're right. Because I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, if I play out Evil Heckler and pass, they go hero power. It's a 6/6 and attack down to 6/1 Starfall. But if they have Assassinate in there or Sap or N, like we're in a bad way. I think you're right.
I don't like any of this.
I don't like being on the back foot. I've said it multiple times. The Shaman match we got rolled.
Now we got crushed by the power of like totems.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy rain.
Oh, that play is happening anyways.
Okay, I guess we just get owned for it. Now we don't have removal anymore. Damn it.
We never had removal to begin with.
Yeah.
I guess Inspire is the worst for rogues.
Because you have to overwrite. Not really. You can.
You only really, yeah. You don't want to hero power every turn though. Maybe not.
You can though. Like if you're constantly attacking, you don't feel too bad about hero powering every turn.
Well, if you're not playing like poison or oil.
Well, even then, like you're usually able to attack pretty efficiently. There's also like the guy there's a guy that turns your hero power into +1 damage to your weapon too.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying is that it's slightly worse in Rogue than the other classes. Like it's not as good as in Rogue as it is in Mage.
Right, but there's the reason they get Okay.
Seen a lot of that guy tonight.
Uh-huh. You're gonna hero power, right?
Yeah. Swipe still looks good here.
Yeah, because thank God, like, swipe over here looks just fine, and I can kill this board, so...
Yay! Actually, wait, should we do that?
Yes.
Do it.
Because, like,
Do it.
I can still swipe afterwards. I can play Evil Heckler, too, but, like, I can...
Do it.
The swipe will do enough. Give me it.
Mental dislocator.
Oh.
I don't
Well,
care.
better than nothing.
Well, the big thing is I can still, like, clear his board pretty well.
Yeah.
The problem here is my life total. Like, if he just decides to start ignoring my minions, I don't have a way to force him to not do that. Like, I guess I have Heckler. It's not.
Yeah, we do have the heckler in the hand, is what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's like, except for the taunt minion in our hand, who is mid-sized.
Okay. I had when I started that sentence, I had completely forgotten about the taunt minion in my hand, and by the time I finished it, okay. So that makes a 4/4 on death and is lethal if it connects. Well, I can stop half of it.
We play that heckler.
Yeah, and if he has an answer to Heckler, we can't win the game, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to...
We punch on the taunt minion.
And then punch this as well. Remove as many ways he could possibly get through that.
And we have a 4-mana 6/6 next turn.
So if he has a way through the Heckler, we're in trouble, and by in trouble I mean the game's over. But if he doesn't, we actually look okay. Honestly, I know what card I'd want to draw, and I hate saying I want to draw a 1/8, but health matters here, so... Okay, that's fair. It's not good for us, but it's fair.
Phantom Knives.
That's
Okay.
bad.
A 4/3.
Well, this is bad because he gets to...
He gets 2 4/3s. He gets
Yeah.
more than 2 4/3s.
Yeah. We're just dead, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can go to 9 and then...
We can kill one of his creatures, but not both of them.
Right, and... This goes to 7 power, which is lethal on us.
Or we punch it to go down to 4,
Which...
and then he's got to throw out our Farseer.
Let's... I don't even care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We're dead here, and if our opponent doesn't see it, that's...
He's got only me misclicks. I've done that before.
Yeah, okay.
Hooray! We got this pile to 4 wins. You know why you couldn't win at this new format?
Why are you going to claim?
You could not draft blue-white flyers.
That wasn't a legal deck. I was going to say because a lot of my top end was just garbage cards, but...
Yeah, like the Mogor's Champion and Knight of the Wild are both really bad. Captured Jormungandr and Volcanic Drake are like okay.
I don't even know how okay they are yet, but like...
I feel confident in saying Captured Jormungandr is good.
Well, I guess...
Volcanic Drake really depends on your other cards.
I guess let me rephrase that. Volcanic Drake is fine, but it's not top end. It has 4 toughness.
Yeah. I guess Mogor's Champion barely.
Why are we
qualifies
still in
them.
this screen? Do I have to... Oh, right. Do I have to... Okay.
You have to click on that.
For
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. Like, I should be a screen further. All right. So
Hey, a rare. And a normal pack.
and a normal pack. I think I'm actually just gonna have to craft all of my cards from this set.
That's a bit of a shame. But
What
probably what I have to do too.
Well, it's a
I
one
guess
in-
I do have a million dust sitting around.
Yeah, I mean, I have a million dust sitting around too. I say as it says 60, but it's actually 1140.
I have a golden Baron Geddon sitting around waiting to be broken.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, click on the, excuse me. There we are. The question is, like, what things I actually want to make is, I guess, the...
People are hooting and hollering over Ancestral Communion.
Which one's that?
Go to the first page of Druid cards and evaluate the card. Or Astral Communion.
Gain 10, discard your hand, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I believe if you play that on turn 10, you get a excess mana card.
I think...
Lock and load.
Yeah, lock and load definitely could be. Effigy seems kind of dumb in certain circumstances, but that might be more of a... I really want to do, like, a... the
Fallen Hero,
power.
Coldara Drake, and Polymorph Boar are all going to be cards. What else?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the Murloc Knight. Apparently Murlocs are... They don't know what class they want Murlocs to be.
I guess not. I don't know. I haven't actually taken a good look at all these cards. I know there's a lot of them, and I know some of them from the... You know...
The card that gives you a card whenever you inspires is the Legend.
I'm thinking about, like... The thing is, like, Legends, I could probably only, like, actually swing making one of them, so...
Justicar Trueheart there is another lady who is really powerful.
I think she is just good in decks.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what's going on. Anyway, the arena. So we made it to the end with our
Weird
pile
deck.
of cards.
With our pile is definitely the word I would say. That was a definite pile. The only question is whether or not it was steaming or not. What do you think?
No, we didn't have enough bad cards for it, and we kind of knew going in. Like, at least I knew going into the arena I was going to pick more of the newer cards than I would normally, like, over evaluation.
Just to see how they played.
Right,
That's
like
the Kaz way of doing things.
Well, I mean, like, we wouldn't have known that the banana, you know, that card.
We didn't know about the banana. That card seems all right.
That card seems fine. Like, again, I like Inspire as a mechanic. You know, reward you for doing the thing you want to do or ought to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining, Gnome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and thanks everybody in the zoo. Hope you enjoyed the arena.
Hooray!